Local lads take the Manchester derby by storm, and more refereeing errors.
Evening, Tate.
Evening, Jack. You alright?
Yes, I'm all good. How are you?
Recovered.
Yes.
Recovered. I had a bit of a turn last night, or yesterday evening, because we were originally meant to record the pod yesterday evening, weren't we? But had some stomach cramp or something, stood up to go to the podcast, and then was sick everywhere.
Yeah. No, you
But,
looks like you've got more colour in your face now. So
Yeah, no, yesterday was a bit of a strange one. But now we're back here before the Arsenal game kicks off in about an hour or so, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, good to be back on the podcast and good to be feeling a bit more
at least
human.
Your health's back.
Yeah.
You're all good.
So tonight's episode will be a review of the weekend games, like usual. Our main focus will be on the Nottingham Forest Liverpool game, and then moving on to the top four races. Jack, you were at Spurs, weren't you?
Yeah. Saturday, yeah.
A bit on your day on the game and what's happened for Spurs over the weekend. Aston Villa's win over Luton, and then moving on to the Manchester derby that everyone would have seen yesterday afternoon. But before we start, as always, teaser time, and a bit of a different one this week, Jack. You're going to have to use your brain a bit.
Well, yeah, I lost my head last week, so got to redeem myself.
We visited Spain a couple of weeks ago, but Jack, can you name the all-time Spanish Premier League appearance holder, all-time Spanish Premier League goal scorer, and the all-time Premier League assist holder? 3 different players.
Bloody hell.
For 3 different answers.
Okay, all right. I won't say Messi this week.
But let's start at the City Ground, where Darwin Núñez came off the bench to score a dramatic 99th minute winner and send Liverpool 4 points clear at the top of the Premier League with a victory over struggling Forest. Obviously, that lead's now been cut. But wow, what an eventful end of the game.
Because all the games were Saturday at 3, weren't they? Which is a strange one anyway. But yeah, it was a pretty even game, I think. As it went, it was quite a level game. But yeah, it all sort of kicked off right towards the end.
I mean, looking at the teams beforehand, Forest away is not always. I know they have been great this season, but that can be on paper a difficult place to go. I mean, last year, especially, the home form was incredible. They beat Liverpool there away at the City Ground last year. They beat Arsenal there last year. They drew with Man City. They've just recently beat Man United there. Like, it is a tough place to go. And Liverpool, I mean, it's all been in the news about the kids and whatnot. Their team wasn't particularly strong.
Their team, like I think they made 4 changes from their FA Cup win, and Forest made 4 changes as well from their midweek game. But I think, Liverpool had Konate, Robertson, McAllister, Diaz all came in, and Núñez and Szoboszlai on the bench. But the best way to describe it was a mix, wasn't it? It was like a proper League Cup team. Like, it was, you had those very experienced players, but then you also had Bobby Clark, and I think the right back Bradley played again. Keller in goals, who's not a young player.
He's the cup goalkeeper, isn't he?
Yeah, he is like your typical Carabao Cup, and Van Dijk played. But yeah, the best way to describe it was that experience and all those names with those youngsters they keep playing. So yeah, it was a bit of a strange one, and I mean, I suppose the game it was very even because it gave Forest a chance, I suppose. But
because I fancied Forest a little bit to get something out. Once I saw the teams, and if Liverpool line up like that against City next week, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
They need to get some players back fit. And obviously, like you said, Núñez was back on the bench and came on and scored the goal. But there were chances for both teams in the game. Alanga had a good chance that maybe, if it had gone in, would have been ruled out for offside. He also had another chance in the second half where I think maybe Hudson-Odoi squared it across to him.
Side foot, wasn't it, when it just went
the keeper stood still. It's one of the ones he's good to see with looks in the corner, and it normally nestles in the net.
He was just praying that it obviously went wide. But yeah, Forest just adopted that style, didn't they, where they just sit back and they got, like you said, Alanga, Hudson-Odoi on the break. Sort of Gibbs White tries to carry the ball and play them players in. Awoniyi's quite a powerful forward, so it works really well. They're set up perfect. Their team has got that style down to a T because they're so quick on the break. But yeah, it was. I mean, Liverpool had a couple of chances, didn't they? Robertson second half maybe.
And even before the goal, Núñez had a good header saved. But from my point of view, what was quite funny. And ironically, I wasn't watching any games live on Soccer Saturday or a stream or anything. I was out at the time, and hadn't really kept up to tabs on the games or anything. Looked at half time, and then looked about 77 minutes, and was on Flash Scores. Shout out Flash Scores. Spurs 1-0 down, Liverpool 0-0. Chelsea losing 2-1.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is looking like a nice little afternoon here.
Yeah.
So I thought, what I'm going to do, not going to jinx it, I'm going to put my phone away, and in 20 minutes,
Have a look. Yeah.
20 minutes, I'm going to have a look.
Look
and
away, pretend
and
it's
just
not
think, just forget about it. Or in
Yeah,
20
yeah,
minutes,
yeah.
I'll be like, oh, let's just check.
Mm.
And obviously, every single
Yeah,
thing had
yeah.
been changed. Obviously, Chelsea drew in the end.
Mm.
But with 8 minutes added on, we got to start there for the controversy.
Yeah, that was pretty much the whole game, wasn't it?
Mm.
In that little spell, last 10 minutes.
What do you think? So it was the corner that came in, and it was Keller ended up clearing out Konate, and the ball fell to Hudson-Odoi, and then Paul Tierney, surprise, surprise, more controversy around him, blew up.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, everyone's talking about it. It's been all over Twitter and Sky and whatever else, but it's just that he just got it wrong. Like, yes, he rightly so should have stopped the game, and the player's gone down holding his head. That's fine. But he has category, and the refs have come out. I mean, I've even got the rules in front of me. You can tell how good my Sunday was. But yeah, so rule 8.2 in the laws of the game, the ball is dropped. This is for restarts and kickoffs. The ball is dropped for the defending team goalkeeper in their penalty area if, when the play was stopped, the ball was in the penalty area or the last touch of the ball was in the penalty area, whether that was Forest or Liverpool. So if it's in the box and the ball and the ref stops the play, don't matter who touched it, it goes to the goalie. Fair enough. In all other cases, so this case, the referee drops the ball for one player of the team that last touched the ball, when that's outside of the box. And in this case, Forest had the ball. Hudson-Odoi was firmly in control of possession. They were sort of in the corner, and then for some reason he gives the ball back to Kelleher, and yeah, obviously the Forest player is annoyed, but they can't do anything. They can't change that decision. It's done. They've got to get back and defend, and because Liverpool are on the attack and whatever else. But yeah, it's just a wrong decision. Totally wrong decision.
And it's one of those where if 1 minute, was it 40 seconds later?
I think 1 minute 50 they
1
scored.
minute 50 late. If it doesn't end up in a goal, we never even talk about that decision.
No, of course.
And I do sort of get both sides of the arguments, but I've got to say, even if Forest get given that ball, the whole game changes. That last 1 minute and 50 seconds changes. Because they got it in the corner. They could win another corner. They could waste another 20 seconds.
Yeah. And that is the point, and that is what I believe, but also a bit, whether it's a bit wrong or on Match of the Day, they made it out as if the ball was given back to Liverpool and then they scored straight away, but that wasn't the case. And they, in the analysis after, Shearer talks about it quite well, and they go through it. But exactly what you just said. I'm not defending Liverpool or the decision, but yeah, Forest could have got it in the corner. They could have kept it. They could have wasted time. They could have scored. They could have got another free kick. Whatever anything could have happened. The ref could have blown up a minute quicker. Who knows? So
I mean, Forest did have a few chances to clear it, and even they got robbed into the edge of the box, and then the ball came to McAllister, lovely cross in, and then Núñez glancing header. Yeah, that was into the corner. It was a great little header.
Perfect goal for the away fans and Núñez. When he had a chance just before, didn't he?
Which was a great save, actually.
Yeah, sells the change of goalie for Forest, which you're very much behind. Made a brilliant stop, but yeah, the Paul Tierney again, just a total wrong decision. It actually happened at our game a couple of weeks ago, and again, like you said, it didn't lead to anything, so you don't hear about it. But against Brentford, basically a similar situation, and we had the ball, it was given to Brentford, everyone was going mad, but nothing happened, so you forget about it. And at the weekend, it almost essentially led to a goal, and now it's all in the news. But it's just for me anyway, on the rule and sort of going back to it, but surely that's just common sense as well. It's like, even if you don't know, obviously the refs top of their game, they should know the rules, but the average fan knows that, could probably work out, that team in red, Forest in that case, have the ball. They've stopped the game fine for the player, but they've still got the ball, so let's give it back to the team that had the ball. That's just, to me, that's just simple. That should be your first thought anyway. But yeah, Tierney.
I mean, we talk about refereeing decisions quite a lot in this podcast, and refereeing mistakes and whatnot, and their lack of quality. For me, Paul Tierney has always been head and shoulders above the worst one. He is
he's not any good. So.
He is the worst ref we have.
He's always on the news for the wrong reason.
Just shambolic. He reminds me of who was that ref we had a few years back? The chubby one that just filled out. Not filled out. That's too early.
Couldn't filled out.
He refereed a cup final Arsenal in once, and it was just like, why has he been given this? Like, He was the fat, chubby one that got.
Oh, I remember. Okay, yeah. No, he retired like a season or two ago.
Yeah.
I know exactly. Yeah.
And he was the one that just kept making these mistakes, and it's always Tierney now. Always Tierney.
He just looks flustered, doesn't he? He just looks.
I mean, going back to it, he was the one that started this podcast off.
Yeah, he was the
one that gave us a penalty when he was meant to give a goal kick.
Yeah, the night it began was because of Paul Tierney. So thank you, Paul. But no, they're just. But what are they? Again, that is such an easy decision. Like, what are you doing? You don't need all the technology. You don't need.
There's two linos there. There's a fourth official there. I know VAR can't get in his ear about it, but
they're communicating all the time. Like you said, there's all those people on the officials. Yeah, ridiculous. It's just a rubbish. And like you said, it doesn't. The ball, they don't score straight from Keller getting it. But like you said, that minute and 50 could have been spent in Liverpool's box. It could have been spent. Liverpool just clearing it away in Forest, whatever. It could have been very, very different. It changes the whole momentum of the game.
What is quite funny is though, last week I think we might have mentioned it that Forest have employed Mark Clattenburg as a refereeing liaison officer, and obviously he's straight back into action.
First week,
he's released some statement. I don't have the statement here, but he was basically like, with my connections in the PGML, that we will talk about this. And what can you do? Like,
it's done.
You can't get it back. Are you going to send a statement out?
Yeah, get a little apology from Howard Webb.
Like, what'd you do?
I mean, what have Forest done in employing Mark Clattenburg doing that? I don't know what that achieves, but yeah, he's got an interesting task this week.
I mean, the only tactical thing I can see from it is whether they, obviously in this day and age, there's a set pieces coach, there's throwing coaches, there's all these sort of coaches.
True.
I can see him being, rather than analysing post games, analysing the referee. So let's just say, for example, who they got the weekend. I don't know who they've got the weekend. Yeah. Say they've got Fulham. Look at the ref. The ref's going to be Anthony Taylor. He will analyse Anthony Taylor's performance. What does he give? What does he doesn't give? What does he like giving? And it's basically not that it's match fixing, but it's you're coaching your players to deal with a certain, because you have to get them small bits of luck. Like that decision there ends Liverpool at the end of the weekend top. If they hadn't won that, they could have been third.
And now Forest have got not any points, and they're right in a relegation battle. But then next week, and players might be doing this anyway, but they might be going down holding their head because they know the ref ain't got a clue. So they might give us the ball back, or we can stop the game and whatever else. So yeah, it's true. They might be employing these refs for that extra little bit of detail, which is quite interesting. But
I mean, it's another loss for Forest, and with Everton obviously getting the 4 points back, it really drags them into that relegation scrap.
Yeah, they're 4 clear of Luton at the minute, I think. And Luton have played one less game.
Yeah, defeat for Forest leaves them just 4 points above Luton. And what is worrying now for Forest is that the outcome of their financial breach is going to be decided soon. And by the looks of things, it's now a 6-point deduction. That's just the rule now. Yeah. If Everton have got 6, then Forest will get 6. Maybe Everton get another 6.
Yeah.
Then it all sort of opens up again. But that'll obviously play out whenever they decide to make a decision. I know after the game, I think Stephen Reid got sent off, and there was also some rumours about the old owner chasing the ref down the tunnel.
Yeah, I saw that, and he's like a big Greek guy, and they were saying on the radio this morning that in Greece it's quite common that the owners do that, but it's not a good look, is it? You wouldn't.
I could see Bowley doing that.
Yeah, maybe Bowley, but you wouldn't want Daniel Levy next to Ange on the sideline, or whether Arsenal was like. It's just not. It's not the way to go about it. I think he was chasing him down the tunnel, apparently the owner, and saying respect the players. So yeah, but that, like you said about Forest, they're right in the thick of it, but keeps Liverpool it kept Liverpool on top.
No,
63 points.
Great result for Liverpool in the end, or great week. I think Klopp said it as well in his post-match interview. He said these last 3 games in a week, if you told me I'd win all 3, he'd say you're nuts. And they've done all 3. What do they beat? Chelsea, Southampton, and Forest. With acceding the goal as well. So no, fair play to Liverpool. Playing, they're still in there, and they're still digging away with their depleted squad. I imagine Salah will be back next week.
Yeah, I think that's probably what Klopp was targeting.
Well, they have the Europa League. They do have Europa League this week, so it's another game in there.
Another game of travel. I'm not sure if they're home or not, but
I don't know who they drew. Who did they draw in the end? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'll be guessing.
I know Roma got Brighton, but that's about all I paid attention to.
But yeah, Liverpool 6 wins on the bounce if you include all the cups. So yeah, they got after the Europa League, Man City Sunday at home.
Now I'm looking forward to watching that and digesting that. if Liverpool don't get players back, I can't see anything but
yeah.
City. I know City have got a very poor record there under Pep.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see it.
Yeah, I think this season, like you said, if they play a similar team to what they've done in the last couple of games, I think City will be too good for them.
Right, shall we move on to
Talk about Tottenham.
your afternoon?
Yeah.
So, we always say the old classic: new manager, new bounce. It always seems to be like our club, doesn't it?
It does feel like it's your team. Yeah, 100%. That's exactly how we felt. But yeah.
And I actually thought that because I didn't watch the game. I've only seen the highlights. So 0-0 half time, and okay, and then Eze scored, and I think that Eze goal. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was sort of what you needed to then kickstart everything?
No, massively.
The fans then go up a notch, and the atmosphere goes from
Yeah.
like a 6 or 7 to like a 9, and like come on.
No, definitely. The first half was just dull, very, very dull, and we had loads of possession. That's great, but it was just very, very poor, very boring, and Palace played 11 men behind the ball and weren't fussed about anything. And yeah, the second half we come out much better, even before the goal. I think it was like 10, 15 minutes before they scored, and we were good. We were attacking. Son hits the post, and we had a few chances and whatever else. But yeah, Eze scores a brilliant free kick, and there's nothing you can do about it. It was totally against the run of play, but yeah, brilliant free kick, and yeah, like you said, it sort of helped us really. It just we got something to play for now, and we need to go and move the ball quicker. We need to make different runs. We'll try different balls, and that's what happened. And yeah, it was. I'd say it was much deserved. We were by far the better team, but yeah, leading up to the goal, we were just almost like, oh my god, here we go, like a team we can't break down. That classic cliche, but
because he brought on Brendan Johnson, didn't he?
Yeah, he brought Johnson on.
He made the equaliser.
Yeah.
Palace, from a defence point of view, will be fuming with that because I think it was 2 50-50s that he's come out on top of. One with Anderson, and then maybe one with Richards.
The second one, yeah, but
might have been Richards.
But he just
in that corner. He's got no right to get out of that corner, and as an attacker, defender, you should be stronger in that position, and he shouldn't get into the position he gets into. Fair play to him. He's carried on working hard. Squares it across. Lovely bit of movement from Werner, who also missed that chance the first half. He'll be frustrated.
That was the only thing up until that point. Werner had that 1-on-1, and it just sums him up. But like, you want him to do well, and I'm so behind him. But yeah, I did feel confident in him scoring, but then when you look back, you're like, well, that's just classic Timo Werner. Like it was a perfect opportunity. Running the goal, he could have gone left, right, could have done whatever, but decided to just keep running and ran into the goal, and that was classic Werner. Like, here we go. But yeah, he deserved it. He was really good. I thought Werner was really good the whole game, and his goal, couldn't miss. But the little movement he done was good. And like you said, Johnson came on and he changed it really. Johnson, and he's had a bit of stick recently, but yeah, he just came on and just sprinted everywhere for 25, 30 minutes and made that goal, and it sort of just opened it up really. It gave us it opened up. It gave us the impetus to go forward, and we just next sort of 10 minutes we scored twice.
Within 2 minutes, wasn't it? I think you got the second goal.
Yeah. So Madison's sort of flick ball, Romero just basically just launched himself into it, and it was 2-1.
Fourth goal of the season for Romero. I think he's joint top goal scorer with Gabriel for a defender.
He
4 goals
been
each.
Booked in 2024. He's doing well.
Although with your upcoming game, crunch game against Villa, if Matty Cash plays,
Matty Cash is getting it, either from him or me. It doesn't matter. So.
And then obviously a third goal, but bit of a counter-attack goal. And I was thinking, if you've got a player, you've got all the pick of all the Premier League players in the Premier League. Do you want a better player than Heung-min Son going through one-on-one, him or Haaland?
Yeah.
I think you're your front two. You just know the keeper's going the wrong way, and he's just going to slot it.
Yeah, because that's exactly what you want from Werner. Obviously, it's easy to say, harder to do. But yeah, Son can go either foot, either side. If the goalie dives, it's pretty much what the goalie done. He committed to the right hand side, and Son just puts it the other way. But yeah, he's brilliant. And not I'm against this, but random, but. There was loads of South Koreans in the stand again, and obviously he goes through and everyone's going mad, and he scores, and all the South Korean flags are up. Like, I was with Freddie, and Freddie brought his girlfriend Sophie, and that was a brilliant day for us all. But like Sophie made a good point. It's like, imagine the pressure and all the how much pride he must feel when he scores, when he wins games, and he looks around and it's like feels like almost the whole stadium is just all the South Koreans. So it's pretty cool. And just like you said, going back to your point, there's no one, maybe Haaland, but I think you could argue Son is a better finisher than Haaland as such. So, yeah, you expect nothing else.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, you know he's slotting that home, and
definitely.
it's like you said, it's basically the same situation that Werner found himself in, but just the way he touches the ball and he's in out of his feet and he's through, because they're probably as quick as each other. If not, Werner's probably quicker. So
and again, Genus on Match Day spoke about it, but you watch Werner run through and he's almost like head down, and I don't know, Saka would probably do it, even Martinelli or someone. Do you know what I mean? Jesus would do it. Then that sort of third or fourth touch into the boxes to set them up for the shot, and Son does it perfectly, but Werner just hasn't got that confidence in front of goal. He just hasn't got that ability, and you can see it between the both players.
So that win left you in 5th place on 50 points.
Yeah.
And then Villa kicked off the 5:30 game, didn't they? Away at Luton. You'd think on paper 3 points, pretty straightforward, and it seemed to go that way. Half time, Watkins double again.
Yeah, he's on fire, isn't
Bloke
he?
Cannot stop scoring. We are trying our hardest not to put him in the team of the week every week.
Yeah, it's hard. You talk about it, and I said,
how good were both his goals though?
Yeah.
Header from a corner, which you don't really expect from Watkins, that sort of header from a corner. And then the second goal, which originally was given offside, ball over the top, one touch, bang, into the finish, into the corner. Given offside, but also when VAR looked at it, he's probably just half a yard onside. Yeah. Great decision and great goal. I think that takes his total up to 15 now. I think he's
15,
maybe one behind Haaland now.
Let's have a look. I got it here.
Which is pretty nuts. Obviously, he's an absolute shoo-in for the Euros now. Euro squad.
Yeah,
he's absolutely on fire. But
sorry, Ollie Watkins 16 now. Haaland 18 with his goal from yesterday. So 16 for Watkins in the Prem.
But Unai Emery will always Unai Emery, and within 25 minutes of the second half, they were pegged back 2-2. 2 goals from set pieces, I believe, or the first one was a scrappy goal, and then
the second one for Luton was brilliant.
Chong's he toe poked it in, and then there was a Doherty's
Doughty's like free kick whipped right to the back.
Morris thumping finish.
Yeah, really nice on the volley.
2-2, and they had a chance to go 3-2 up, and the whole of Villa then looked rocked and shaky, and that's what I like about Luton. It's a hard place to go there. No team has gone there except obviously in the week the FA Cup. Maybe there were a few changes that they got thumped, and Haaland scored 5. But in the Premier League, they've been hard to beat there.
And what almost like Sheffield United had done, but I thought Luton were going to be like Sheffield United and just get smashed like they did in the week. Like I said, the FA Cup just get beat comfortably by most teams. But yeah, you're right. They've made it very difficult, and like you said, the results haven't been good. They've lost a lot of them, but it's still it's hard work. It is hard work.
But Villa made a couple of changes, and the 2 subs combined, they brought on Moussa Diaby and Luca Digne, and lovely little interchange. I think it was Watkins to Diaby, cut inside, and great ball back to the back post, and then Digne steaming in, scored the winner in the 89th minute, I believe. And that very, very important 3 points for Aston Villa.
Yes.
Especially what happened on Sunday. And that's 3 wins on the trot now for Aston Villa.
Yeah, and talking about our game, because like I said, they're in good form. They won 3 in a bounce. Like I said, Watkins having a blinder. That Douglas Luiz and Watkins together have a building quite a good relationship, and they're very, very good at home. And Tottenham, we've lost 3 in a row against Villa, 2 at home and once away. So our form at the minute against them is not that great. Like I said, we're on 50 points in 5th behind 5 behind Villa, so all the 5s.
Game in hand though.
Yeah, game in hand, but it should be quite a good game Sunday.
I think Villa will. I don't think Villa will lose.
I think it could. It sounds so stupid, but
although
it literally could be anything.
Although Villa have got a tough midweek game, they've got Ajax. So the 2 favourites, I think, for that UEFA Conference League drew each other.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether they're away at Ajax or home at Ajax. They've got a tough game. So that might play in. They've got a couple of injuries and whatnot, but at home they have been formidable this year, haven't they? They've been fantastic.
Yeah, I think it'd be very good. I'm going myself, so it should be a good day. Yeah, 1:00 Sunday, which is.
Have you been Villa Park before?
I've been. Yeah, one a couple of years ago we drew. I think 1-1 maybe. But it should be good.
Yeah,
I feel
nice
like,
ground.
Yeah, nice. I feel like we have better players all over, but just not sure. So our 2 centre-backs are brilliant, and when we have a Dogan in it's very good, but we still concede. But I feel like forwards, if we have Son should be through the middle with Richarlison out. So I'd like to think we're with the ball, we're we'll be better than them, but it could be. I'm expecting, and they'll probably say it Sunday, but I think goals. There'll be goals.
No, I think so too. And obviously the Manchester derby ended up being a nice result for you. Just before we move on to that game, at the moment, as it stands, 6th, going from 6th to 4th, United played 27, 44 points. They are 9 points below Villa, which is mad considering they beat them twice.
Yeah, and like we said a couple of weeks ago, they were going mad about United and they're on the charge, and we even said the momentum looked good, but yeah, I think they showed where they're really at.
So, I think everyone really, I think every pundit and every radio show and every program I've watched all thought this was going to be a cricket score. United do actually have a reasonably good record there recently.
Yeah, they won 4 out of 8, I saw.
Yeah, Solskjaer had a weirdly good record there. I think Van Gaal won there. Mourinho got a famous win there when they were 2-0 down. And started off very well for them. Rashford bolt from the blue. Literally one goal kick forward. Bruno Fernandes brought the ball down, laid it off, and then Rashford thumped it in.
It was a brilliant goal, wasn't it? Absolutely.
Was it 8 minutes in?
8th minute, yeah.
And obviously Rashford's been in the press this week with these players tribunal or players whatever he's gone to his article. Give it a read, like we spoke off air about it earlier. It's about a 5-6 minute read. I've read it, and I'm like, what have you told me? What have I told you that I didn't already know? I know you've come from a poor background, and you've done fantastically well to be where you are, and obviously you turned down Man City when you were younger, and we get you love Manchester United, but it's just words. Like and I'm a big believer of actions always speak louder than words. Prove it then. Show that you're doing the effort. Like you today, yesterday, I thought he played really well for
8 minutes.
No, I would probably say 60 minutes. He was unfortunate if a couple of touches didn't go his way, and obviously we'll get on to the quote-unquote foul that was. He just ran out of steam. But show me that, I'm not a United fan, but show me that sort of energy and passion that you want from Marcus Rashford. I think you said it a few weeks ago, might be a few months ago, when you went to Old Trafford and you're like, Rashford's been a disgrace, comes against us and then looks like Pele. But only for Pele for 45 minutes. Second half, disgrace again.
And then he's back to reality,
And that was when he scored and did the old chatter celebration. And it's consistency. Last year was Marcus Rashford at his best, and he was consistent. He's got 20, 30 goals in the end. Just, I don't know. He had that chance when it was for another long ball. I think, what's his name? Diaz slipped. Bruno headed him through, and then if Rashford can head it forward rather than head it down, you never know.
Yeah, no, they had, I think Garnacho a similar situation. They had a couple of opportunities, but I just see battered them. They absolutely everyone thought they were going to win 4-5-0, 6-0, whatever, but they did just absolutely destroy them. They had 27 shots, I think, not on target, but at the goal. United had 3 shots all game, one of them being a worldie strike from Rashford in the 8th minute. So, yeah, United are probably jumping the gun, but suddenly they're coming out. Ten Hag was praising their performance, saying, no, that was a very good performance, and Neville saying they're tight. Neville, I just listened to it, but Neville said it was tight and compact, and it was compact and like a solid defence. You conceded 27 shots at your biggest rivals. Like, how is that? You weren't compact. You weren't organised. You had 3 shots yourself, and you conceded 27 shots away. And I think they had about 26% possession. There's nothing compact or regiment about it. It's just I just can't believe the chat of they actually think they've done well is embarrassing. It
was the way the game turned out. Obviously, if Haaland scores that just for half time, the whole game changes. They to win at Man City, you have to either be Spurs or you have to score a worldie, defend for your lives, and hope they miss chances.
Yeah, and United's game plan, that many a side do it, and even Spurs have gone there and done a very similar style, but we had players like Son, Harry Kane on the break that are very, very good. So we pose more of a threat even trying to do that. But yeah, like you said, Haaland missed from underneath the crossbar. Like, that never happens again, and it's and they're on stats and everything, but United were winning at half time. But yeah, Haaland puts that in like he should do 99 times out of 100. Then it's 1-0, and it's like, well, you're going to get slaughtered second half, and it happened anyway, and they scored and made it 1-0, and the onslaught continued. But
yeah, because the second half, United just had no threat on the break. The only time they had a threat was before the first goal, when I can't remember, maybe Bruno played him through. Rashford tussling with Walker, goes down. I don't know. You've seen them given it's not a foul, but you've seen them.
It does happen.
The ref goes, but you look back at it in slow mo and whatever. It's not a foul.
No,
He's literally he's put his arm on his arm.
Yeah.
But that's not enough to put a full-grown man on his arse.
Yeah, he should be getting hold of the ball. Like I think they all said, it would get his body there, and he keeps the ball, and you carry on. But yeah, it's just not a free kick at all.
And City get it upfield, work it around, and Foden touching the side, smashes one in the corner.
Brilliant goal.
It surprised me that he went and did his little knee slide celebration. I thought he'd get the ball and go back again, but he wanted his moment and do his gun fingers. And
strange, very strange celebration. But
he's the sniper. That's what they called him in the
sniper he gets the bow and arrow out his back, but he shoots the sniper. So Foden 47. I don't know what's going on there, but brilliant goal. Yeah,
it was a brilliant goal. I think everyone knew then. You got half an hour left to go.
Yeah,
you ain't holding on here, boys.
No, United's plan was exactly what was happening to that point. 1-0, defend for their lives, and get very lucky, which they did. And they're at 1-0. It's like, well, what do we do now? And we've been through it. Spurs have been through it with Conte, but you play that style and you think it's going to work, but then when you concede a goal, it's like, well, bloody hell, we've got to actually attack now and do something about it, and you're stuffed. You're absolutely stuffed.
I think Alvarez came on for Doku, and then he linked up with Foden. A little 1-2. You saw Foden run off the back of Casemiro. Smashes it in. Keeper probably should do better, but 2-1. I thought actually Nana played quite well this game.
He made a few good saves, but then again, Haaland missed an open goal from less than a yard out. So yes, Nana could have done slightly better, but another day Haaland puts that in. So
2-1, and then it was 10 minutes ago. We knew, everyone knew Man United weren't getting back into it, and on the 90th minute, what it was really funny. It did make me laugh. We've all been there. We're all football fans, and we'll all continue to do it for as long as we live. Was bang on 90 minutes. There was 9 or 8 minutes added on, I think. And you see the City fans all up in arms. What for? What for? Yeah. But before the goals, they're all booing and whistling for Onana taking time. And
that was the only.
It's so funny how cynical we all are. We're like, no, what are you doing? We're not 9 minutes.
Just blow up. It was like when that 8 minutes up, there was like, oh no, a bit of a panic at 2-1. But Amrabat, your mate, put that all to bed, didn't he? Nice, nice and easy for him.
I mean, he gets robbed, and Haaland. I saw on Twitter earlier. Someone said Haaland has mastered the most obvious finish, but he does it all the time. Like, it's so obvious. He turns his body. He was his second goal, I think, he ever scored at City against West Ham. You watch, and he sort of turns his body in a really weird way that there's only one possible way he can put this. He did the same today, where he makes it so obvious he's going bottom left-hand corner, but
just wraps it in the corner. But
literally, but fantastic finish, and that was all she wrote. 3-1, and that moved City closer to Liverpool. I think the gap's only 1 point now.
Yep.
So they need just to keep tabs with Liverpool before next week's massive game. But United are just City are just a class above Man United, though, aren't they?
Yeah, Man City are brilliant, and they are very, very good, and they absolutely battered them for 90 minutes. And I just can't accept like Roy Keane and Neville and Ten Hag. Like Roy Keane said, can't be too hard on Man United. City were just brilliant. Like, you bang on, week in, week out about how good Man United are and what a club, and they just stuck. They still think it's Ferguson era and they win everything. They don't. They're so far off it. Like I said, United away on Derby Day, and you had 3 shots on goal, 27% possession of the ball. Neville saying he was during the game was praising the tactics, saying Man United were tight and come back, but it was just awful. You can see 27 shots, like I keep saying, but they're just so far off it.
The only defence I'll give Man United, they did have a few injuries. The subs they brought on just weren't up to standard. Obviously, they brought on Anthony, who's just a disgrace. If they would have had Højlund in the team, someone that's not Johnny Evans, a first choice left back, maybe could have made a difference. I think for that game plan probably would have made a difference, because I actually think that Onana came out of that game with some credit. The 2 experienced boys in Varane and Casemiro I actually thought played quite well, although Foden does run off the back of Casemiro for the winning goal. They've got I think that Kobe Mano is obviously a decent player. They've got a few good players there, but there is so much just rubbish there.
Rubbish, yeah, definitely. You talk about the subs come on, just you're still playing Johnny Evans. You're essentially playing McTominay striker because they haven't got any other option. So Amrabat comes on and
It's just a
gives them the
disgrace.
third goal. Yeah,
I'll talk to him. I'll talk about him a bit later on. But
yeah, they've just got some poor players, and again they have had a very good few results, like the win at Villa, and it looked like they were on a bit of a run, but then they lose at home to Fulham, and just get dominated at City. So yeah, I don't know. They talk about the Ten Hag and removing him and whatever else, but I just wouldn't be having him if I was a Man United fan.
I think he's gone in the summer.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just then they start again, and then I don't know. It'd be the classic Roy Keane. They will say it's a rebuild, and we got Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and we're going to do this, do that. And
there was some talk about Graham Potter in the week.
Really,
I think he's one of the favourites.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know, but I'll just if I was a United fan, I would not be happy.
No, I was speaking to Ben last night about it. He was a bit like, what's the point anymore?
No.
I mean, what is quite startling for them is Spurs above them and Villa above them. Spurs plus 16 goal difference. Villa plus 22. United minus 2. It's shambles.
They've lost 11 games already in the league. 11 games.
It reminds me actually of a season I think Spurs had a few years back where you didn't draw a game all season.
I remember.
You can get away with losing games because I think, as silly as it sounds, it's the draws that sometimes kill you.
Yeah, you've said it quite a few times about because I think Arsenal.
It was
last season. If you had
there was those 3 draws in the trot.
If you'd have won them, then who cares? But yeah, Man United just shouldn't lose 11 games in a season.
No.
And I almost sound like Roy Keane Neville, but your Manchester United shouldn't be losing 11. And yes, City is an exception, but like I said, you lost 10 other games that aren't them. So yeah, like you said, the goal. But they're not exciting to watch. They don't score goals.
The performance they put in, they basically tried to replicate the 0-0 when they absolutely stunk the place at Anfield. That's what they tried to do.
Yeah.
And it got them a point, but I don't think it got you any pats on the back.
No.
It got you I mean, everyone before that game did say it was going to be a cricket score like they said going into this game. And I think you just tried to replicate that exact performance. But
yeah, and they played like Palace did against us on Saturday. They played like Sheffield United will tonight against Arsenal.
But those sort of clubs are allowed to play like that.
Yeah, that negative, horrible.
United can't play like
that. Horrible football. It just doesn't work. And I'm not saying Tottenham are a brilliant side and we're going to win the league, but we won the game Saturday because we're playing that style of football in that we're constantly trying to score. It doesn't always work. You get frustrated and you think, oh bloody, I'll just put it in the net. But it's not that easy because teams try and set up the way they do. But United just have got. They have to change the way they're doing it. They have to.
Right. Shall we move on to our prediction? Team of the week?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right. Prediction, we both got it wrong. We both got a lot of stick about that online.
Yeah. hang on. Shock. West Ham. We say something about West Ham, we slightly get it wrong and they all suddenly pipe up again, but that sums them up. So,
although I do think we were quite unlucky.
Yeah,
a missed penalty, man of the match Areola performance.
If you talk to Nick Deacon, bloody hell, you'd have thought they lost 4-0, so I think our predictions are absolutely fine.
Right. Saturday. I'm actually going to Arsenal on Saturday.
Who have you got?
Brentford. Brentford. Man United, Everton. Ooh. Let's have a look. Championship. Your boys are playing Leicester. Whole Leicester.
Nice.
Let's have a look. League Two. League One. Let's go for a. I'm gonna go League One. Very, very random here. And we're gonna choose Exeter versus Bolton.
Bloody hell!
I got no, Bolton are doing alright actually. I don't know where Exeter are.
Oh no. Okay, is it 3 o'clock? That's all.
3 o'clock. Yeah, 3 o'clock. Exeter versus Bolton.
Jesus, I've no idea. 3-1 Bolton.
3-1 Bolton. Oh, Thogden will be happy.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Bolton. 2-0 Bolton.
I've no idea. Like Bolton could be awful. Exeter could be win the league. Yeah, anything.
Right. Team of the week. We've gone for a goalkeeping vote this week. The two goalkeepers are going to be Alfonso Areola, obviously a penalty save, plenty of saves, helping West Ham get the 3 points. Man of the match performance, I think he was. He was absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, and goalie, they make some saves, but he made a few very, very good saves. And yeah, like I think Deeg said that Areola was like Leviation. So no, yeah, penalty save.
And Moyes even said he was very, very good for, wasn't he? The save from Beto's deflected shot was outstanding as well. Yeah, and then the one he closed down. Your mate McNeil, I think it was.
Yeah, it was. A bit Dwight.
And then the other goalkeeper we've gone for is Keller from Liverpool. Obviously, 3 clean sheets in a week. I know we normally only focus on the Premier League, but he has played the FA Cup, Carling Cup last week, or Carabao, whatever you want.
And he
made some good saves on Saturday as well. So they're the vote. We will whack that up.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to take the first defender.
Yeah, we've gone for Mickey van der Ven for the first defender this week. Yeah, we can see the very, very good free kick, but yeah, just he is very good and was very good Saturday. He's not. I don't think it'll be at Spurs for much longer unless we give him a lot of money and we start smashing the league or something. But no, yeah, very, very good Van der Ven.
And second defender gone for Luca Digne. Although he only played 10, or he came on the 79th minute. Super sub, got the goal, very attacking down that side and pushed Villa forward that last 10 minutes to get the winner. Great finish to get the goal. And we thought, yeah. Luca Digne.
Yep. First midfielder, Thomas Souček, after his wonder strike that won West Ham the game at Everton.
Great
and
goal,
his
wasn't it?
silly celebration.
Oh, what the spinning.
But no, yeah, very, very good. I mean, I don't know about the rest of the game, but the goal deserves
It's Thomas Souček, how do I say it? The last player you'd ever expect to take his shirt off for a celly. He's just not a shirt-off celly person, is he?
True. And I think he even said it. I don't know why I did it, but no, very good.
Oh, fantastic goal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There's something about Jordan Pickford that makes goals he concede look even better. So the way he does, like the Garnacho one and ones like he just conceded a lot of good goals.
But he goes for it.
The way he dives. There's another goal kick. Joe Hart used to always concede worldies.
Paul Robinson was exactly the same with Spurs because they used to do the old camera dive, camera save, run for the cameras, and almost be nowhere near it, but look like they're full stretch. Yeah, no, it's so true.
Like Joe Hart, I remember Joe Hart against Crouchy.
Yeah.
Joe Hart against Rooney.
Yeah.
There are just some like belters that he let in that he's got. He said they're full stretch, but also nowhere near
and they
it.
get up and then berate the team in front of them. Well, no, you just calm down. No, you're right.
Decent goal. And then our midfielder, the podcast title, Dr. Phil, Philip. What did I see his middle name was earlier? Oh, I've got to find it. Two good goals for Phil Foden. He's now got his best goal scoring return, I think.
18 he scored in all comps so far. He scored his best was last season, 16. So yeah, he's having a good, very, very good season.
Very good season. Philip Walter Foden.
Love it.
The gunman.
Love it.
Two fantastic goals and another great performance and carry on a very, very good season. And then I'll leave you with your striker, Jack.
Striker this week, Timo Werner. I said so. I don't think he'll be in the team week ever again, but you know, apart from his 1-1, he was very, very good. You can see why he could work and is a very good player. His dribbling is very good. He's quick and he's very technical. And he popped up with his first goal for Spurs. So team week striker Timo Werner.
Perfect. I'll go on to winner and loser. I've got a feeling we might have the same winner of the week. I don't know why, but I've just got a feeling we might.
We'll see.
My winner of the week is AFC Wimbledon.
Yes.
Is yours the same?
Yeah, Wimbledon.
As you would have seen probably on Twitter or wherever you get your football from, Ronan Curtis scored a sensational 94th minute stoppage time winner for Wimbledon as they beat rivals MK Dons. Obviously, going back a few years now, MK Dons took their place in the Football League. They'd sort of changed names and moved the club out of Wimbledon to Milton Keynes. So there's obviously a bit of rivalry a bit of angst between the two clubs from Wimbledon then restarting and getting back for the Football League and obviously beating them on Saturday.
Yep.
But especially the iFollow commentary. So in the Football League, there's a thing called iFollow. I think you pay £10 a game or something like that and you can listen to it. And the commentator has gone absolutely nuts when Ronan Curtis has slotted the winner in. And it's very, very wholesome very wholesome content to watch. So yeah, my win of the week was AFC Wimbledon.
Yeah, and I was gonna add that part, but yeah, you done it anyway. So yeah, exactly the same. Mine Wimbledon. Mine's the fans, the goal scorer, Ronan Curtis, the little ball boy that got smothered in the corner. So
Have you also seen that AFC? There's been a complaint from MK Dons fan club because
yeah,
one AFC
Wimbledon
kicked 10 balls into the crowd during the warm up,
and he just like a classic one. They're shooting at the goal, and
he's not shooting.
Yeah, he just you see the ball, he just lines him up and just directs it towards him. It's brilliant. So yeah, I think Harry Pell was the player, but no, yeah, very very good spot. Loser of the week, shall I start?
Yeah, you start, yeah.
So I think I messaged Tate about this, but my loser of the week, I returned home from Liverpool Street Saturday night about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I was sat on just a seat of four on my own, just on my phone, searching through whatever, looking at whatever's going on. There's a group of women next to me, 4 ladies, obviously had a few drinks, and they've been having a good Saturday, doing whatever they're doing, and we're about sort of maybe 5 minutes from Chelmsford Station, and then you hear the unholy noise of this one lady in the corner just, I don't even want to say it, but unloading her guts into a bag. And I sort of look at my phone like, surely not. And her mates are like, oh, are you okay? Like, you've had too much to drink? I'm like, surely not. She's making that noise. And just again, the noise, the gremlin in the corner just continues to vomit. And yeah, I could hear it before I smell it, and it was awful. And luckily, I moved up, and we were at Chelmsford within a few minutes. But loser of the week, the lady on the train that threw her guts up.
Shambles, shambles. My win of the week is someone we touched on earlier, Sofrin Amrabat. Amrabat's time at Man United hasn't really gone to plan. The 27-year-old often being used as a left back and in centre midfield as a sub. And obviously he made a huge error on the lead to Manchester City's third goal on Sunday. Having entered the fray as a substitute, Amrabat failed to control the ball properly. Haaland nipped in, made it 3-1. You saw and you knew straight away, like, oh, for fuck's sake, like this is just horrific. United have paid nearly £8 million to take him on loan for the season, and that covers his salary as well. But I remember at the time, he was one of them classic players that had been bought off a World Cup. He had played a couple of good games at the World Cup, and people was comparing him to the best centre midfielders in the country. I remember even some United fans thinking he was in the same league as certain Declan Rice.
Yep.
United have a option in the summer to sign him permanently for £70 million plus another £4 million add-ons. I don't think they'll be taking that one up.
No,
so,
God no.
And I've some of the memes about him, like comparing him to like Andrew Tate or just random ball men dancing.
Yeah. Very funny.
It's very funny. So no, my loser of the week is Sofrin Amrabat.
Very nice.
Right. Teaser time. We visited Spain a couple of weeks ago, Jack. But can you name me the all-time Premier League appearance holder, goal scorer? Sorry, the all-time Spanish Premier League appearance holder, goal scorer, and assist holder. Which one do you want to attack first?
First names that come straight to me are Fabregas and Torres. So I'm going to go logically and say Torres is the goal scorer.
Correct.
Fabregas as the assist.
Correct.
And then appearances, I imagine Fabregas is up there. Torres, not for the appearances, or he's probably up there, but not as many as Fabregas. I'm trying to think. If I had Mata, he's played for Chelsea a long time, Man United for even longer time that everyone forgets. Spanish. Oh, David De Gea's, maybe him. For appearances, gotta be. I'll go David De Gea.
David De Gea is correct.
Yes.
Well done.
How many has he made?
415
Wow.
Premier League appearances.
I was going to say Fabregas is even on the...
Fabregas is number 2.
Oh,
I completely forgot about Fabregas when I was looking at that. I was like, David Silva, probably up there.
Silva, true.
Diego Costa for goal scoring is second under David Silva.
Right.
People forget he's Spanish, but he's Brazilian. Torres, Silva, Costa, Mata, Fabregas in goals.
Mm.
I completely forgot, like I said, Fabregas even existed when thinking about this list. Assists, Fabregas, Silva, Mata, Arteta, and Cazorla.
Really? Bloody hell. But I suppose, because obviously Arteta played a long time. He didn't play for Arsenal for as long, but Everton,
But no, De Gea smashes the assists, smashes the appearances by about 80, I think.
Still a free agent, isn't he? We spoke about it actually when we were in Madrid. Like even a little random Spanish side. I suppose he's in money, but yeah, very nice.
Yeah, so well done. 3 from 3 straight away.
I think that's
You've redeemed yourself from last
week's shocking performance.
Right, that's an end to episode 86.
Quick one: Arsenal tonight. Score. Should you play a weekend side like Pennant said?
No, should win. Like I said, I know I'm trying to not be too pessimistic. You've got
to win.
Yeah, they have to win.
You've got to win, as in you've got to win 6, 7.
No.
It could be.
They have to win.
Could be.
I'll go 2-0.
I'll turn it off after half hour when you're 4-0 up, and I'm going to say 7-0 to Arsenal. It could be a magic 10. It really could. No, unless half your team is ill or got injuries, then it could be the magic 10.
I hope we play as well as you envision.
I don't think you have to play well there. But either way.
Well, we won 5-0 at home last time. You know, Nketiah hasn't scored since.
Yeah, he's been a bit quiet, hasn't he?
Or he hasn't played, actually. I don't want to say this on air, but it's probably best he isn't playing at the moment. He's not playing very well. But no, thank you all again.
Yeah.
And thank you for the recent more support on Instagram. We've gained a few more followers in the last week. Which is really good to see. Lots of people liking and sharing the posts and commenting. We'll do another Who I Am as well. They've seemed very popular.
Yeah. We're going to change it on the Who Am I. So we're just going to have it and post it like normal, but instead of commenting on the post, just send us a message who you might think it is, because obviously you might not know, and then as soon as someone comments the right answer, everyone's like, of course it's that person. So yeah, we're going to change it around. Just message us directly and we'll let a few of the answers out and guesses and whatever else. But yeah. Like Tate said, keep getting involved, and like you have been, it's been very, very good.
Perfect. And that rounds off another week of the Talking Loyal podcast. So, as always, stay loyal.
Stay loyal.